Man, I don't know about you, but this week in NASCAR gave me that feeling, like something big is coming. On the surface, it just looks like normal news. Some driver updates, some pit crew changes, the usual stuff. But when you really start looking at it, a lot is going on behind the scenes. And one of the biggest names in the sport just said something that has people talking everywhere. So, let me walk you through everything. Because trust me, by the end of this, you are going to see why this week matters more than people think. We have Joey Logano basically laying out his future plans, Team Penske making a big move with Ryan Blaney's pit crew, a driver sharing a crazy story about how he lost his shot at the big leagues, and somehow Liverpool Football Club is showing up in NASCAR. Yeah, you heard that right. Liverpool, the soccer team. Let us start with Joey Logano, because this is the one everyone is buzzing about. Logano is still racing full-time in the number 22 Ford for Team Penske. He is a 3-time Cup Series champion. The guy has nothing left to prove on the track, but lately, he has been showing up in the Fox Sports booth doing broadcast work, and people have been wondering if that is where he is headed next. Some fans think he could follow the same path Kevin Harvick took after he stopped racing. So, when Logano sat down on SiriusXM NASCAR Radio this week, everybody wanted to know the same thing. When is he making the jump? And he did not beat around the bush. He said, "I don't know when that time is yet, to be honest with you. I know it's more than 5 years out. But I don't know. After that, we'll just kind of have to wait and see how life is going and what's going on. But it definitely seems like something that I would want to do." Now, read that again. He said more than 5 years out, so fans who were worried he was about to walk away from racing can calm down. Logano is not going anywhere soon. But he also basically confirmed that TV is the plan for the long run, and honestly, that is a huge deal. Because when a 3-time champion says he is eyeing the booth, it changes how you look at everything he does on track from here on out. He is already preparing for life after racing. All right, now to the second story, and this one is big for Ryan Blaney. Team Penske made a change to his pit crew, and honestly, it had to happen. Blaney had another rough day on pit road at Bristol last week. He lost 11 spots just from pit stops. 11. That is a lot of ground to give up, especially at a short track like Bristol. And here is the part that really tells you why Penske made this move. This season, Blaney has lost 88 total positions on pit road. His team has only held his spot 51% of the time. For a team like Penske, that number is way too low. So they brought in a new jackman named Patrick Gray to fix things. Gray has worked with Penske-affiliated teams before and has had success there, so they are hoping he can steady things out. The guy he replaces, Landon Honeycutt, is moving over to the number 21 Wood Brothers car with Josh Berry. And get this, even Kyle Larson, who battled Blaney hard at Bristol, pretty much said the same thing after the race. Larson said he was extremely good, by far had the best car once again. He just kept getting put behind on pit road and allowed us to go out there and lead laps and try to manage the car and tires the best I could to fight him off. That is huge. Larson basically admitted that Blaney had the faster car, but the pit road mistakes gave Larson the window to win. So Penske had no choice. They had to make a move before Kansas. Now we will see if Patrick Gray can turn things around this weekend at the Advent Health 400. And that brings us to the third story, and this one hit me different. NASCAR driver BJ McLeod sat down with Dale Earnhardt Jr. on his podcast and shared something pretty wild. McLeod said he once had a real shot at making it to the top level of NASCAR. The money was on the table, the contract was basically ready, but there was one catch that made him walk away from the whole thing. Here is what McLeod said. There was some kind of misalignment. When we left this, really an odd situation, because I was getting told by their agent they had their own agent people that worked with them. They were communicating with me, and then I had an agent as well. And then he dropped the real part. He said, they told me, even told me a money amount of years, they were getting a contract. And the last conversation I had was, it was like something about I had to fire my agent and sign with this group. So basically, they told him the deal was his, but only if he dropped the agent who had been with him through everything. And McLeod said no, he was not willing to fire his guy just to get the deal. That choice probably cost him his shot at NASCAR's top level, but he stayed loyal. And honestly, as a fan, you have to respect that. It also shows you how much stuff goes on behind the scenes in this sport that we never see. Now for the last story, and this one is just wild. Liverpool Football Club, one of the most famous soccer teams in the world, is teaming up with RFK Racing. Chris Buescher's number 17 Ford Mustang is going to carry a special Liverpool FC paint scheme at Sonoma Raceway on June 28. And when you see the connection, it actually makes total sense. Both Liverpool FC and RFK Racing are owned by the same company called Fenway Sports Group. So this is basically family business. The car is going to look incredible. Liverpool's famous red color will sweep across the body, with white and green accents. The Liverbird logo, which is Liverpool's classic symbol, is going on the door, and the sponsor Trimble is all over the hood and side panels. It is going to be one of the coolest paint schemes of the year for sure. Kate Theobald, who handles the business side for Liverpool FC, was really excited about it. She said, "Collaborating with our global sponsor Trimble to feature on RFK Racing's car is an exciting moment for the club. It allows us to show up in a completely new sporting environment and connect with supporters in a way that feels fresh and unexpected, particularly in the US, where we have the fastest-growing fan base of any Premier League club." And Chip Bowers, the president of RFK Racing, added, "This is a special opportunity to connect three world-class organizations. Liverpool FC has one of the most passionate global fan bases in sports, and Trimble's sponsorship made it possible to bring that global energy to life on one of our cars in Sonoma. The car is going to be shown off in Tampa on April 18 and 19 at a soccer fan event, and even former Liverpool goalkeeper David James is going to be there. There is also going to be special merchandise that mixes both brands, so fans of both sports can grab something cool, and the timing is smart too. The Sonoma race happens right before a huge soccer tournament wraps up in New Jersey, and just a month before Liverpool does their US tour with stops in Nashville, New York, and Chicago. So, when you put it all together, this was not just another news week. Logano is planning his exit. Penske is shaking things up. McLeod is opening up about stuff fans never hear. And NASCAR is crossing over into global soccer. All eyes now turn to Kansas Speedway for the Advent Health 400.